1. Jason Momoa starts Circle Pit during Pantera's Ozzy farewell set. 2. Jason Momoa hosts star-studded metal night, YUNGBLUD, David Draiman and more. 3. Jason Momoa starts epic Circle Pit at Black Sabbath's final show. 4. Black Sabbath's epic final show, Jason Momoa joins the Mosh pit with Ozzy Osbourne. 1. Jason Momoa starts Circle Pit during Pantera's Ozzy farewell set. Imagine being in the midst of a frenzied rock concert, surrounded by thousands of screaming fans, and then suddenly, a Hollywood A-lister leaps into the crowd and starts a mosh pit. Sounds like a wild dream, right? But that's exactly what happened when Jason Momoa joined Pantera on stage at Black Sabbath's Back to the Beginning concert. The groove metal legends, comprised of classic-era vocalist Philip Anselmo, bassist Rex Brown, guitarist Zakk Wylde, and drummer Charlie Benanti, were already whipping the audience into a frenzy with their furious medley of Cowboys from Hell and Walk. But just as things were getting intense, Momoa, the event host, decided to take it to the next level. He walked off the front of the stage, climbed over the barricade, and waded into the audience, where he helped ignite a circle pit near the front of the crowd. But here's where it gets really special. Anselmo dedicated Pantera's set to the late Abbott brothers and his former bandmates, guitarist Dimebag Darrell and drummer Vinnie Paul. It was a poignant moment that highlighted the band's commitment to honoring their legacy. Following a pair of originals, Pantera covered two Black Sabbath classics, Planet Caravan, which they released on their 1994 album Far Beyond Driven, and Electric Funeral, which they recorded for the 2000 Black Sabbath tribute album Nativity in Black. The Back to the Beginning concert was a star-studded affair, featuring rock and metal legends like Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Slayer, Gojira, and Alice in Chains. Various other rockers also formed a handful of supergroups who performed Sabbath classics. But the piece de resistance was Ozzy Osbourne's purported final live performance, which marked the reunion of the original Black Sabbath lineup: Osbourne, guitarist Tony Iommi, bassist Geezer Butler, and drummer Bill Ward. It was Ward's first performance with the band since 2005, making it a truly historic moment. So, what do you think? Was Jason Momoa's stage dive a bold move or a reckless stunt? And how do you feel about Ozzy Osbourne's final live performance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're wondering what other surprises the Back to the Beginning concert had in store, check out the full setlist from the event. 2. Jason Momoa hosts star-studded metal night, YUNGBLUD, David Draiman and more. Imagine a night where the worlds of metal and rock and roll collide in a spectacular celebration of music, with some of the biggest names in the industry taking to the stage to pay tribute to the legendary Black Sabbath. That's exactly what's happening at Back to the Beginning, and it's an event that's sure to leave you breathless. But here's where it gets interesting. The impact of metal and rock and roll on mainstream media is one thing, but have you ever stopped to think about how it affects the personal lives of those in the spotlight? For celebrities like Jason Momoa and YUNGBLUD, it's a passion that runs deep, and they're just two of the many star-studded faces you'll see at this evening's festivities. With over a dozen bands performing, each one covering at least one Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne song, you know you're in for a treat. And this is the part most people miss, the sheer scale of the event, with bands like Mastodon, Rival Sons, Anthrax, Hailstorm, and Lamb of God already having taken to the stage. But the real excitement comes with the unveiling of Supergroup A, fronted by the incredible David Draiman of Disturbed, and featuring a lineup that's sure to make your jaw drop: Scott Ian from Anthrax, Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme, David Ellefson, formerly of Megadeth, Mike Bordon from Faith No More, and Adam Wakeman, who's worked with the one and only Ozzy Osbourne. Together, they performed a blistering cover of Sweet Leaf, with LZZY Hale joining in to sing The Ultimate Sin. And if that wasn't enough, YUNGBLUD took to the stage with the supergroup to perform a haunting cover of Ozzy Osbourne's Changes. But what really gets us thinking is the enduring legacy of Black Sabbath. and how their music continues to inspire new generations of fans. As we see bands like Lamb of God and Alice in Chains take to the stage, performing their own unique covers of Black Sabbath classics, it's clear that the impact of this legendary band will be felt for years to come. So, what do you think? Can anyone truly do justice to the music of Black Sabbath, or are some songs just too iconic to be covered? Let us know in the comments. And if you're hungry for more metal, be sure to subscribe to our daily newsletter for all the latest updates and headlines. With setlists like the ones below, you won't want to miss a thing. Lamb of God, Laid to Rest, Redneck, Children of the Grave, Black Sabbath cover, Supergroup A, The Ultimate Sin, Ozzy Osbourne cover, Sweet Leaf, Black Sabbath cover, Believer, Ozzy Osbourne cover, Mr. Crowley, Ozzy Osbourne cover, Changes, Black Sabbath cover, Shot in the Dark, Ozzy Osbourne cover, Alice in Chains, Man in the Box, Wood, Fairies Wear Boots, Black Sabbath cover. 3. Jason Momoa starts epic circle pit at Black Sabbath's final show. Jason Momoa unleashed an unexpected eruption of energy at Black Sabbath's final ever show, sparking a full-blown circle pit during Pantera's performance at Back to the Beginning in Birmingham. But here's where it gets controversial. The actor, known for his enthusiastic persona, completely abandoned his role as host to jump into the mosh pit himself, crowdsurfing back onto the stage after tearing off his signature braid. This historic event, which took place on Saturday, July 5 at Village Park, marked the ultimate farewell for the legendary heavy metal band, Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, reuniting for the first time since 2005. The concert wasn't just a Black Sabbath tribute, it was a celebration of rock history, featuring appearances from members of the Rolling Stones, Aerosmith, Rage Against the Machine, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Blink-182, all collaborating on a powerful cover of Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song. YUNGBLUD also led another supergroup in a rendition of Changes, dedicating the song to the late footballer Diogo Jota, a poignant moment for the crowd. Prior to this momentous occasion, Black Sabbath hadn't performed a full concert since 2018. Ozzy Osbourne's journey had been marked by significant health challenges, including Parkinson's disease and multiple surgeries, as detailed in an interview with The Guardian. He openly discussed his preparations, stating, "I'll be there, and I'll do the best I can. All I can do is turn up." Rumors swirled about his stage presence, from sitting down to utilizing a flying throne, fueled by guitarist Zach Wild's teasing comments. Sharon Osbourne confirmed that, due to Parkinson's, Ozzy now has difficulty walking, but emphasized that his illness doesn't impact his vocal abilities, stating he wants to say thank you to everybody. Furthermore, Ozzy was reportedly in heavy training leading up to the show, returning to the gym to prepare for this final chapter. He indicated he'd only be participating in little bits and pieces with the band, prioritizing his comfort and well-being. It's a testament to his dedication and the enduring legacy of Black Sabbath that he was able to deliver this unforgettable performance. Do you think it was appropriate for Jason Momoa to join the circle pit during Pantera's set? Or did his participation detract from the band's final performance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. 4. Black Sabbath's epic final show, Jason Momoa joins the mosh pit with Ozzy Osbourne. In a stunning turn of events, fans of Black Sabbath were left in disbelief when a well-known A-list actor joined them in the mosh pit during what was to be Ozzy Osbourne's final performance. This iconic rock star reunited with his bandmates at Village Park in Birmingham on a memorable Saturday night, where he was seated on a throne designed to resemble a bat, adding a unique flair to the historic concert. Titled, Back to the Beginning, this performance marked the last time that the legendary frontman, Ozzy Osbourne, would take the stage, a poignant moment made even more significant by his ongoing battle with Parkinson's disease, which he publicly disclosed in 2020. The concert featured an impressive lineup of other legendary bands, including Metallica and Slayer, But the real surprise came from the audience when Jason Momoa, the star of Aquaman and Game of Thrones, leaped over the barrier to join the fans in the mosh pit. A video captured by an audience member showcased a 45-year-old actor enjoying the atmosphere near the stage during Pantera's set before he made his way into the crowd. As fans recognized him, they quickly surrounded him, exchanging fist bumps and excitement, creating a lively scene as the crowd began to jump around him. The camera momentarily shifted back to the stage, then returned to the pit, where the swirling crowd made it hard to tell if Jason had successfully navigated his way out. Another fan shared a moment where Jason was visible on the big screen, energetically jumping among the crowd, captioning it with enthusiasm, "Jason Momoa is a true metalhead." He walked right into the heart of the pit to mosh with everyone. At 76 years old, Ozzy has declared this concert as his final performance due to his declining health. The event, Back to the Beginning, not only featured Ozzy and his bandmates but also included a stellar lineup of rock stars performing both solo and as a supergroup, with all proceeds going to charity. The funds raised will be distributed equally among Cure Parkinson's, Birmingham Children's Hospital, and Acorn Children's Hospice, showcasing the concert's commitment to giving back. In addition to Metallica and Slayer, other notable acts such as Pantera, Gojira, Alice in Chains, Hailstorm, Lamb of God, Anthrax, and Mastodon also graced the stage, celebrating Ozzy's remarkable legacy. This event has sparked conversations about the future of rock music and the impact of legendary artists like Ozzy Osbourne. What do you think about the role of iconic musicians in today's music scene? Do you believe their influence will continue to resonate with future generations? Share your thoughts in the comments.